Hey, Ari here, leader of the race mixing revolution. Thanks for watching this video. I wanted to talk about a world travel schedule in this video. So I want to travel. I can't travel as much as I'd like to right now. I have some limitations here and there, financial, with my own scheduling, different things. And I'd love if travel was more of a convenient thing, but also if it was a cultural thing. I think that a global culture is starting to emerge a little bit, but still it's not as functional as it should be. I think of the world if it was just a country, what it would look like. Like if the same standards and the same interactions of the world culture were in a country, how functional would that country be? Just putting things to scale is a good question. And traveling through the world is becoming easier, but I don't think it's as easy or as important as it needs to be. I'm still meeting a lot of people that say they've never left their own country, that they live in a country that has access to so many other countries and they've never left their own country. It's mind-boggling. It's just crazy to me. Like you're living in these days and times and you've never left your own country? How is that possible? Like I've left my own country, but I haven't even left it that much. But you've never left your own country? It's something that I judge people for. And I think a lot of people judge other people for that. I think people judge themselves for it too, but they just, they just don't see the point or don't see why they would invest that much, or they don't see the goals. They don't really see they aren't motivated as much as they should be. And to make things easier and to make things make more sense and to just integrate it so that it's actually a part of our culture, I came up with this idea of a world travel schedule where basically a lot of the major countries in the world get together and we create a system, a schedule, a global monthly, month by month or several weeks at a time schedule where certain countries would have access to travel in a certain way with the philosophical and cultural goals of going to another culture and learning and seeing what they can do with culture mixing, race mixing, not as formally as race mixing, but going to this culture and having the direct cultural experiences of that culture. This happens a lot already. People do that on an individual level. They go to another culture and they find ways to integrate this, but it's not as organized and it's not as big of a scale and it's not as formally recognized. And so if we can do that, we can get a little bit closer to understanding that global culture. And I think one day it'll be so much easier and so much more natural to travel the world. I think that there's better ways to travel the world. I mean, right now we have flights and these kind of things, and people do go out of their way and people do have some lifestyles that support the ability to travel a lot of the time. But I think that travel just needs to be such a bigger part of our world, because to miss seeing the world is such a shame. There's something so, such a waste of opportunity in a human life if you haven't seen the world. I mean, I've seen some parts of it, but there's so many parts of it that I haven't seen yet that I want to. I want to be a man of the world. I really do. And so if the countries of the world can say, and the people can tell their governments, and they can declare that we want to travel more, we want to travel in a more organized way, we want culture to connect. And to the people that are watching this video, or the people that can relate, please join me in spreading this word and spreading this idea of having some kind of a consistent system where now it can be, just for an example, Germany's travel month to Brazil. And they can go to Brazil and they can see where are the overlaps of our culture? Where can we mix? What do you naturally find yourself inclined to? Open yourself up a little bit philosophically, mentally, personally, and see what are the things that are naturally something that you can draw yourself towards, and something that you can give, something that you can take, and something that you can mix. There's some amazing things that people can do in the world if we're given the right opportunity and we're set up in the right ways. Because we've got a lot of resources now. We've got a lot of resources. We've got a lot of things that are untapped, and we need to have some strategies for how to do this. Maybe I'm a little bit naive to think that this is a practical thing right now. Maybe I'm naive to think that just based off of listening to me that you should just be able to do this at the snap of a finger or whatever else. Maybe we can find some ways of doing this, and maybe some people can find some real examples of how this does work and why this is a good thing. But I know that this is the beginning These are the beginning steps and the initial phases of a global culture. Because the global culture right now, it doesn't exist. Just the fact that we have communication and we're able to send messages electronically, that is not enough. That is not enough of a global culture. And a real culture is demanding. A real culture puts some judgment, puts some pressure. I want to redefine the question, are you traveling for business or pleasure? Think about that. What if there is something else? What if you're traveling for something other than business or pleasure? Something in between. That's an incredible idea. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I got a lot more videos coming out in the future. Please share my video, copy the link, send it to some people, share it on social media. Please support me on Patreon. As little as $1 a month, you can help me in these very critical early phases of the revolution, help me build it from the ground up. Please remember my words and take them with you into the future. And thanks for watching again. I'll see you next time.